What's all the shouting?
Cause you switched up when that money came, whoa. I can't look at you the same. You playing games with my brain now lately. Now I wanna see you burn, burn, baby. Burn, burn, baby.
Thank you so much for taking the time to interview with me today. So, my first question is, who is Von Watts in one sentence?
Uh, Ron Watts is a creative artist, creative mindset, hard worker, and just a hustler.
Where are you from?
Where am I from?
Mhm.
I was born in '96, like Greenville, South Carolina, but I was raised in like Batesburg area.
Okay. Um, do you consider yourself a rapper that sings or just like a musician that's versatile in the way that he presents his music?
Definitely not a rapper. I'm definitely more just like a musician who's versatile. Like I can sing, I can rap, I can play a little bit of the piano, just all different things like that. So definitely not just a rapper.
Okay. So I've been doing a little digging and I see you've been on YouTube for a while. So like at what age were you interested in making music?
Making music probably like around like probably 12 or 13. Music just always, you know, caught my attention. And then I was just like always that loud kid who was like told to like be quiet, just saying too much, singing songs and stuff like that. So I felt like it was just meant to happen sooner or later.
All right. So how old were you when you made your first song or your first record?
Writing my first song, I was literally probably just joking around, probably like 10 or something like that.
Do you know what the name of the song was? Like, do you remember?
I don't even think it had a name. I think it was just talking about a bunch of random kids. So
Oh, okay. Do you think the concept of growth is heard, seen, or felt?
I think it's I think it's heard, seen, and felt because like you can see somebody growth from like if you see like their videos how they might be low quality, not that good visuals, then you can see it get to a higher quality of visuals, or you can like feel it if you're like in that inner circle or you're around that person. You can see them maybe only having like a couple supporters around them to having like a huge fan base or something like that, and then you can hear it from like the quality of the songs. Like my old songs, like low quality, and then over the years, I keep growing and growing. It's gotten better quality. So I think it's all three.
Exactly. So, would you rather be rich or famous?
I'd rather be famous, or no, I'd rather be rich. Like I could be like the richest person in the world, and like, I could be a regular dude walking down the street. Cause that's when the fame. That's like when you got just too much attention and too many haters, too many all this fake friends, all that. So I'd rather just sit back, private, quiet, and just have a bunch of money.
Next set of questions are going to be kind of about your personal life.
All
Do
right.
you consider yourself like very family oriented,
Oh yeah,
like a
definitely.
family
Yeah,
man?
family. Yeah.
So have you ever made a song specifically for a family member?
Not really. I mean, like some of my songs have like little like shout outs to my family members or like something that they're going through, or I might talk about my mom or something she said, like a quote, but not like a whole song specifically for them. No, not yet.
Oh, not yet. Okay, so that was my next question. But so do you have any siblings? If so, how many siblings do you have?
Yeah, I have I got three older brothers. One of them's my twin. I got a twin brother. He's 2 minutes older than me, and I have a sister. So all in all, is what like five of us.
Okay. So let's flash back to like school years. Did any of your classmates ever listen to any of your music?
Yeah, when I first started making music, it was just on SoundCloud, just kind of joking around, and a lot of my classmates started listening to it, and sometimes they'd even come up to me like in the hallways playing my songs and stuff, and I started shooting little videos at home, editing myself in like iMovie, and I was recording on GarageBand, and so yeah,
So they liked it. So you never
yeah.
had like anybody just jiving on you or like trying to
Uh,
bully you from that, or everybody liked it.
when I was in middle school, everybody liked it. Then once I started getting to high school, it's like because it was like a whole, I was the freshman. I was like the new kid on the block again, kind of. It was kind of like some of the older kids didn't like it and stuff, but I didn't really care because I just did like what made me happy.
Right. Do you believe in regret? If so, what's your biggest regret?
I don't believe in. I mean, I believe in regret, but me personally, I don't have any regrets because if you think about it, everything like any mistake I ever made or anything like that, any situation I ever been in, anything I could say I regretted, helped shape me to who I am now. So it's like a learning experience. So I would never go back in time and say I wish I didn't do that or I wish I would have did that because if I did that, I wouldn't be who I am today.
Right. So, what's your biggest pet peeve?
Biggest pet peeve, probably like, I mean, I don't like when people have like a mindset or they say like I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna get this done, and I'm gonna do that, and then you might check up with them in a couple months and they haven't done anything. They haven't even like tried the smallest thing to work towards it. So they like just do the bare minimum. And I feel like if something you really want to do, you should just go after it, no matter if it's like the smallest thing, like just writing the idea down on a piece of paper, because you got to start somewhere. But that's probably just my biggest pet peeve.
Right. So, during your childhood, if it's something that you could delete from your childhood, what would it be? Or was everything all good? Like, it's
Nothing.
nothing bad enough to like want to take it away.
uh, just deaths in the family. But like I said, that those things like that even like helped shape me to who I am now. Made me like a stronger person or a stronger kid. Losing family members at a young age. So I wouldn't even like try to delete anything.
Or would you consider yourself materialistic or minimalist in relation to your aesthetics as an artist?
Um, it depends. Sometimes I like to go materialistic and kind of go all out, and sometimes I like to go just minimalist. Like today, just some khaki pants and then a polo with some glasses. But other times I could have on like all black buckle chains and buckle belts and all of that. So it just depends on how I'm feeling.
Yeah. So, have you made any big boy purchases? Like any flexor items you just want to
Um,
tell us about?
the diamond teeth, really. That's probably the main one, and that's really it. Probably right now, at
Okay.
least.
Diamond teeth. That
Yeah,
sounds so expensive, but
yeah.
they're nice though.
I appreciate it.
What category do you think your music falls in? Do you think your audience will agree with that category?
Uh, I want to say alternative, but I know people have different things for alternative. So it's not just rap, it's not just like pop, it's not just rock. So I just throw it in the list of alternative because it's different than the basic run of the mill music that's out there.
Have you ever been judged in a negative manner because of your style of music? How did that make you feel?
Back when I was like making most of my rapping songs, just rapping, talking about the basic rap stuff, people thought it was like, oh, that like just they like, oh, that ain't real, that ain't really what's going on, stuff like that. And, like older people be like, why are you rapping about this? That's not positive. And so, I mean, it made me feel like I get where y'all coming from, but at the end of the day, it's music. And so, but I don't make music like that no more. So, but that's just something that happened.
Okay. So, if you could tell your haters anything in one sentence, what would it be? Anything, just one sentence to the haters.
I love y'all.
Cool, cool. How many songs have you actually made, or do you know?
I made a lot. I got a lot that are out. I got a lot that's unreleased that never even made it out. I got a lot written that I never recorded. So I don't even know. Cause I've been doing this for like 5, 6 years. So it's so many.
Have you ever been featured on anyone else's music?
Yeah, I have.
Can you name some of those artists?
Uh, Kids Know, Model X. I know I'm featured on that song. My homeboy, White Boy Jay, he used to make music. We got like 3 songs together this out. Back in the Game. I got a song with my brother called Twin, Say My Twin.
I like that song.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I
I'm
heard
doing a
it.
couple different songs. Yeah,
So how was that experience like working with? I know some of them were your friends, but like
yeah.
working with other artists, was it hard? Like, was it a challenge?
Um, Not really. The only thing is that, um, like usually I'm a very like in the studio, like kind of like I like to be all in the moment kind of person, especially when it comes to me in the studio. I like to I turn into like a different person, so I just like to have that energy around me. But like when I did the feature for like Kids Know, he was out of like from a whole different state. And so it was just emailing back and forth the beats, the verses, the lyrics, stuff like that. So it was a little challenge. I didn't have like that energy around me, but I still feel it like through the music, and then we still got the job done.
Was it a specific artist that you enjoyed working with the most, or like you just enjoyed all of them?
Now I enjoyed all of them. All of them was fun to work with.
Do you listen to other local South Carolina artists?
Uh, Not really like that, but every now and then I'll cut on some 18 Vino, and he's probably my favorite. Every now and then I go back to little like old school speaker knockers, but that's really about it.
Okay. I wrote down the question, do you have any new music releases? But I know you just released the album, so
Yeah.
let's talk about the album.
All right.
What's the name of your album?
The name of the album is You're the Reason.
You're the Reason.
You're the
And
Reason.
what song did you enjoy creating the most on that album?
It's hard to say. It's like all of them were my kids, so I can't really like pinpoint one because all of them also had different moods. Like a couple I was a little sad for, some of them I was more like hyped for. But at the end of the day, I enjoyed making all of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you my favorite. My favorite was Voices. It
Voices,
was
yeah,
very good. Floor 13 was good
yeah,
too. I think you need to make a slow version of that because it's like good at that version, but I feel like
yeah.
we need another one. It
A Floor
just it's so
13.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get more like rock songs because Floor 13 and Fed are like the only two like kind of heavy metal rock songs, and they're also like the only songs on there with like real drums. I feel like other than I Hope, but I'm gonna try to like incorporate more of that style into my music, kind of like metal, kind of.
Yeah, I feel like it complemented the album very well.
Appreciate
Who is the greatest male artist of all time to you?
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. I felt like he was gonna say that. He is very great. What's your favorite song by Michael Jackson?
Uh, it's weird. It depends on my mood. Like like right now, I'll probably say like Leave Me Alone, or maybe Lady in My Life. But like, if you ask me like just what's my favorite song of all time from anybody, I'm always gonna say Human Nature.
Okay.
So Human Nature, I want to say, but it just depends on my mood.
Yeah, that's very iconic.
Yeah.
So who is the greatest female artist to
Greatest,
Devon Watts of all time?
I think probably I like Keisha Cole. I like Keisha Cole a lot. She just
Okay.
has that soul in her voice
What?
and like old school, like just make you like I can just imagine myself waking up on a Sunday morning, cleaning and just got some Keisha Cole in the background, just that kind of music, that kind of vibe.
Okay, then. That's what's up.
Yeah,
I did not expect that at all.
yeah,
Futuristically, do you think you'll ever be anyone's greatest of all time artist?
yeah. And I know I already am, like my mom for sure, and just a couple other of my close friends and family. But you know, it's not even really about that to me. Like I could never blow up at all, or I could just be like this forever. But as long as I'm having fun with it and I'm getting like what I want to say out there, and I just know that that's just what I want to do. If it's meant to happen, it'll happen. That's how I always look at it.
What are your plans for the next year when it comes to your music career?
Next year, I want to keep on working on some different projects, starting up a new project, just working on getting some singles, pushing You're the Reason heavy because it's like my first official real project. So I want to push that, maybe start doing some shows. I'm starting to play around with like the social media side of the music because I just been doing music, but I have to look at the social media side, and it's like a business. Like I have to push myself to like creatively because you can make 100 songs, but if you don't promote yourself or market it, nobody's gonna hear it. So you got to find a way to get yourself out there. So I'm
Yes.
trying to play around with that and find out what works, how that's working out.
5 years from now, where do you hope to be?
5 years from now, I hope to be still making music. I mean, just really still making music and just making sure my family's straight.
You
That's really
still
it.
going hard.
Yeah.
Okay. Who are your top five favorite rappers?
Favorite rappers, probably it got to be in order.
Yeah, I think
So
that'll be the best thing. Cause yeah,
number one, probably Lil Uzi Vert. Uh, Number two, right now at least, I've been listening to Future a lot. So
Okay.
number 3, I'm gonna go with Young Thug. 4, I'm gonna go. Who else I listen to? I've been listening to a lot of Rob 49. Like, it's just something about Rob 49 I've been listening to. And then number 5, I'm gonna say. Who else I listen to? 5. Probably Playboy Cardi.
Oh, okay.
I listen to a lot of like the new like Playboy Cardi. It's real different.
I don't like Playboy Cardi. I think he sucks.
Mm.
Who are your top 5 favorite singers?
Singers.
Mm.
I'm gonna say Michael Jackson number 1.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I like. Who else I like? James Brown number 2. He also
Okay.
has like that soul in his voice, like you can just hear it singing, talking. You just hear it. Number 3, I'm gonna go Elvis Presley. Number 4, I'm gonna throw in Keisha Cole,
Mm-hmm.
and then number 5, I'm throwing Fantasia. She also has that soul in her voice.
She the goat
Yeah.
for real. Yeah. So, what are your top 2 favorite music categories?
I'm gonna say pop. I'm gonna say pop and then rap.
This next set of questions like revolves around your spirituality.
Okay.
So, do you believe in God?
Yes, I do.
Are you religious?
Yes.
Um, what is your message to your fans or potential fans?
Uh, just go into not just my music, but everybody's music. Go into it with like an open mindset. Uh, Everybody has a different story to tell, and yeah, just give everybody a shot, music wise, and just go into it openly.
If you were dying tomorrow, what would you want the world to know about you?
Mm.
It could
Um,
be anything.
know anything about me? I don't know. I guess like my story. I don't know if that like counts, but just like
Yeah.
know my story.
Just who you were as a person.
Yeah.
So, without your clothes, without your shoes, without your fancy car, diamond teeth, who is Devin Watts in a naked state of mind? Like your characteristics as a man.
Uh, Probably just a boy with a dream and a passion.
Simple. I
That's
like
really
that.
just it. Yeah.
If you were down to your last dollar, $1, what would you buy?
If I was on my last dollar, I would probably go to Dollar General, buy some candy, like maybe the 2-for-1 candy bars, and then I'd sell them for $1 a piece, and then I have $2. And I go back and keep doing the same thing and flip it until I get my money up.
Hey, okay, then, hustler. Um, put these words in order according to your life: money, God, family.
God, family, money,
What is your favorite color?
pink,
Pink.
pink.
If your heart had a color, what color would it be today?
I'm gonna say green.
Okay. Who do you think is the biggest enemy that you have in your life?
Uh, Probably time. I always feel like like I don't have a lot of time, even though I know I do. It's just hard trying to manage so many stuff. I know time is very limited, so I try to do as much as I can in a little bit of time.
That's very important. Yeah, Tom. So I just want to thank you for taking time with me today to do this interview.
Of course.
And I give the album Your Reason. I give it 8.9 out of 10. I feel like it was really, really, really good.
All right. What
So
could it have done to get a 10 out of 10? Let me ask you
uh,
that question.
I don't think nothing is a 10 out of 10 because it's like it's always a little bit of room for growth in everything that you do.
Yeah, true.
So
Right about that.
For me, you want to like me
Yeah,
personally
sure.
as me. Um, every song I like everything flowed so perfectly. 413 was the greatest song, but I just feel like it need a second version. Like
Yeah,
it's so good that you can make another one and it
yeah.
still,
I felt that way
get
about
that
a lot of the
love.
songs myself. Like I remember the beats, so some of them were so short, and I'd be like, as soon as we get done recording, I'd be like, if recording it felt like 30 seconds, like recording, because I just go in there and just say what I gotta say and boom, over. I'd be like, dang, like this, I wish this might need a part two, or I wish this beat was longer. And some of the beats
Yes.
actually we did have to end up extending them. Like we had to play around with some of them because it was just like we gotta I had so much to say on some of them and so much that I was feeling. I was like, we gotta see if we could extend this beat a little bit. And so
Yeah.
some of them we had to actually do that for a couple songs.
I just like how perfectly it flowed. Like I felt like you put each song in the correct order.
Yeah,
Like it just flowed
yeah,
so well. And for you to be so young, I just really give you your flowers because it's like, wow, he's already so far up. It's
yeah,
gonna be hard to top that.
yeah. I appreciate it. That was like one of the biggest things for me because sometimes you might listen to an album and it just doesn't like match up, but you're the reason as itself. It's already telling a story.
Mhm.
So like I wanted everything to tell a story. Like the videos that's coming out, they're gonna tell a story, and then I wanted the album. So I remember the track list story. I remember sitting down. I wrote everything down on like some note cards.
Mhm.
Wrote down all the songs. And I just sat back and I didn't even listen to the songs. I just remembered what I remembered from the songs. Went through them in my head, and I was like, okay, this gonna go right here. Then right after this, we're gonna put this. And then after I get everything lined up, I'll be like, nah, I'm gonna switch this around.
Mhm.
Did that. And then I looked at it in that order, played the songs in that order when I thought I had the one.
Yeah, and it literally worked out perfectly.
That was how I did it.
So yeah, that was God.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed hearing everything you had to say, and hopefully, you will be willing to come back one day.
yeah.
Would you be willing to come back one
Yes, I
day?
would. And I want to thank you for having me on the podcast and on your platform. And it's really grateful and it's an honor for me to get on a chance out here to speak and say, my piece. So I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, and we're out, guys.